Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I just got back to my home base after attending the Ironwood 2024 meetup. And I have to say that one of my favorite things about attending van life meetups is you meet so many different people with incredibly unique ideas. Whether van lifers are full-time, part-time, or just do it, on the weekends as a fun activity, I learn so much from everybody. I've also realized that someone that's been on the road 10 years or someone who's been on the road for 3 months can often teach me something, and it's really exciting to get ideas from a wide variety of thought processes and people. So with that being said, at my Adventuring with Amanda meetup, somebody attended named Gary, and Gary and I have become friends, and he attended this meetup with me. And I mentioned him because he introduced me to this butane heater. And Gary travels in a Subaru Forester, so I really like sharing ideas and inspiration with people who are in unconventional van life vehicles, such as a minivan, of course, an SUV, a car, something that's not like a traditional like Sprinter van or Ford Transit or something like that. I really like getting to know people and picking people's brains when they're in unconventional vehicles. So since Gary is in a small space, he introduced me to this heater, and he's fairly new to the lifestyle, and I cannot believe that I had never seen this before. So this is a butane heater, and as you can see, it's pretty small, and when he showed it to me, I was like, that's what I need. This is exactly what I've been looking for, because it's a lot smaller than a Mr. Buddy heater, and I have the space for this. This is something I can do. I recently made a video about a small plug-in heater, but it was pretty ineffective unless it was sitting right in front of you and it drew a ton of power. So this little heater, like I said, it works pretty much just like a Mr. Buddy heater, and it runs on butane. Now, Gary told me that 1 can of butane will last about 4 hours, but with something like this, I'm not going to run it for 4 hours. I really just am interested in it for kind of taking the chill out of the van at night when Wynston and I are going to bed, or maybe in the morning when we're getting up. And for those like really literally freezing nights, I can turn it on in the middle of the night if I don't want to run my van. Now, my heating blanket does keep us very comfortable. I also have a down blanket, but it is nice to have a heater option. So when Gary purchased this, he told me that he spent around $100 on Amazon. I bought this on Amazon for only $78. So I am going to test it out and show you guys here in my van. And then once I'll be at my house for 2 nights, and then I'm headed to my mom's, and then I'm headed out on the road again. So when I have a chance to actually use it when traveling, I will follow up on this initial video. Like I said, I did purchase this on Amazon. The only downside, and I don't know if if I chose the wrong option or something, but this is a product that's made in Korea, and everything's in Korean. Even the instruction manual is completely in Korean, and there's no English translation. So I think I can figure it out, but I also believe that if I went on Amazon or went on the website, I could find a manual as well. Just something to be aware of. And I will also say that I do like that this case that it came in. It's very handy. Now, I don't recommend doing what I did, which is not read the instructions. I just put the bottle of butane in there and I twisted it to tighten it, and that worked. So that was nice. Now, it does have this handle. It has the 2 feet that it's sitting on, as well as this. And ooh, it's giving us off some nice heat right now. It has your different settings. So I just pushed it in and turned it all the way down to start it. And then it's now adjustable. So right now it's on the lowest it can go, It can go higher, but it's giving off a lot of heat on that lowest setting. Yeah, that's a really great size. So I like that it has the feet as well as this bar, so it's not touching anything. But of course, you want to make sure that you don't have anything like over it, or, you know, you just have to be smart with these types of things. Now, I do have my trunk open, so, and if I were to run something like this, I would have ventilation. I also have a CO2 detector, and I have a fire extinguisher as well as a fire blanket right there. I keep it right up front so I can easily grab it, because I like to make coffee right here and do cooking. And then of course I would run this heater up front, I think, as well. Maybe like on this table near my fridge or something. I don't really know where I'm going to put it yet, but I have the fire blanket, so I have all of my safety precautions in place. And as you can see, it's raining. One of the reasons I came home when I did was because I wanted to beat the rain. So even now that I have these rain guards, if it's cold and rainy, I can crack the window to have ventilation and run my heater. And oh my gosh, that is feeling so good. So let me just turn it off here. Okay, so there's, as you can see too, I'm washing my sheets. Okay, so it's turned off, and then you just push it. Actually, I might have to set up my tripod. I don't think I can do that with one hand. So I'm just going to hold it with this handle so it's secure. Push, just go down, and then you can adjust it. Ta-da! That is just lovely. Oh my gosh, I am so happy with this. Sometimes it's worth it to pay a little bit more. Like I said, this was $78, but I think that this is going to be really, really great for those cold evenings and mornings when Winston and I are just trying to get cozy. I let the heater completely cool down, and I probably left it for like 10 minutes, and then I checked it to see if there was any warmth radiating off of it, and it wasn't. It was completely cool. So I put it back in this handy carry case, and of course I took the butane out and ejected it. Like I said, all you have to do is put it in there and just tighten it, and that's it. So now I can take it off, put the cap on, and I can store it really anywhere. I haven't decided where I'm going to store it yet, but I can put it in my rooftop box. You know, it's nice and small and compact, so I have plenty of space. But so far, I think that this little heater is going to be really, really awesome. Another reason I decided to invest in this Covea Cupid heater is because I figured if it didn't work out for my space, my mom has kind of had a change of heart with the whole having a second home in Payson thing. And I was talking to her the other day, and once again, she is seriously considering purchasing a small camper because, let's face it, I have a lot of fun out on the road, and she wants to be able to join me. So I figure if this doesn't work for me, it would be really fantastic in the small pop-up campers that my mom is interested in purchasing. So I can just give this to her if it doesn't work out. But and again, I don't really know how often I'm going to be needing it for the rest of the season. Our nights have been, well, at the meetup, we had one night that was like 39, one night that was 40, but last night got down to like 55, and I just don't need a heater in that sort of circumstance. But I'm going to carry it with me because, like I said, I want to test it out in the van before winter is over and give you guys more of a rundown of where I decided to place it and how effective it is at night or early morning. So be looking out for that video. And especially because I think I'd like to go some places in the next few weeks that might be a little cooler. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you've ever tried this heater in particular, let me know in the comments. I'd also like to hear your initial thoughts on how you feel about it. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.